কেমনে এর সম্ভব কি না দাদা তো ফিলিং দে ট্রোল লাগে সিরে বিভেদ চলে না এদিকে আমরা চলছে একটু হাতে রাখ চিন্তা করছো হ্যাঁ তুই কোথায় যাই করে তোমার এটা না আর কথা আছে তুমি সবার হেলে দেন তো হেফাজত করো এই শের শের আছে এই শের Indonesia sabe nih terlihat itu sudah betul betul baterai muslim ini kami tidak sering dikenal di luar baik jadi artinya ada sisnya dengan lebih benar iya itu juga nanti আরে এটা এটাও সম্ভব কারণ সবাই চুক্তি করছে এটা এটা হতে পারে না সবাই চুক্তি করে রেখে না যে খেলবো তবলা সই করছে না এটা 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 পুরোভাবে মেনে নেওয়া সম্ভব না আমি খুব মামলা করবো না কিন্তু আমি এটাকে সমাধান করবো এটা বেরিয়ে যেতে সবাই চুক্তি করছে না চুক্তি করার পর আমি যদি না করতে বলবে দেখি না নাম দুইজন তিনজন নাম বেশি বলতে না বেশি বড় তো দূরে কেটে যেতে তিনজন নাম বেশি একসাথে নাকি আরে না তাহলে তো না তে একটা করে তার তিনজন নাম বেশি বলতে মানে এমন ভাবে কিছু কিছু লিখবো না তারা বুঝে সইতে পারে শুধু গিলে ইয়ে গেলে ডক্টর গিলি 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 কি করলো ভালো না খারাপ? ভালো খারাপ? যাক। এরই এত সুন্দর দিয়ে আর লেগেছে কারেন্ট না মিয়া তো মিয়াতে from Germany Munich Munich মিয়াতে হ্যাঁ ওইটা লিখতে আরে আরে বাবা তারপরে এই সিদ্ধাস কিছু মাসে দিয়ে ভাইয়া দিছে তাই না বাড়ি জার্মান ইউনিভার্সিটি মাস্টার্স লাগে বিভিন্ন সাবজেক্ট ও ভাই যে ইয়ার ভাই কি মানে ইসলামে এটা দিব ইসলামে দিব ইসলামে দিব তো গেলি তো না বন্ধু তারপরে আর সিস্টেম দিব কি মানে হ্যাঁ একটা দেখছি ওই যে জানি ও অকুপেশন লাইক পুরো অকুপেশন ঠিক আছে তারপরে হলো তাহলে সারি সারি করে একটা দিতে তো ফাইনালি মানে ভুল চাইনা চাইনা তো সব এই মানে চাইনা তো পরিবার চাইনা তো সারি দিতে সারি বে মার পেলে মানে তো ব্যবসা করে তোরা আর কামানো ছয় শত ডলার মাসে উঠতে চলে কি নাম এটা নাম গেল না এর কি স্নেক কি করতে হচ্ছে না এক্সেলি আমার পেটের মধ্যে আগুন চলে গেল পেটের মধ্যে আগুন চলে গেল সব এটা এই তো করতে পারে বসে 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 এটা চাকে এই যা পেট হয়ে গেল এটা কি এটা কি আর কি কামড় আপনারা কেটে দিয়েছি না কেটে দিয়েছি কেটে দিয়েছি তাহলে সুই দেবি না ওরা দেখ আমি একটা কথা বলতে চাই কি করলি কিছু একটা যে লোক এটা কি দেশা আম মাখা ওই যে আম পানি কেমন এই আম কোন দিকে মনে করব হ্যাঁ আম তো মনে করে বলবে আলো আলো কি পাঠায় দেখো কি পাঠায় কি দেখো আইসিটি কি অফিসার দেখ এত রান করছে তো দিবে না চিন্তা কত রান করছে হিসাব আছে হ্যাঁ 163 রান করে তাহলে বাকি কি করবে টেস্টে হাইস্ট রান কত দিয়ে কত ওই এটা বলি ক্লাসে তার সুন্দর লাগে আমি দেখছি সুন্দর ওটাই চুট চুট লাগে কি অসুখ কিছু লাগে না নাটকের মধ্যে কি পড়াই দিতে কয়দিনে মন কেন পড়াই সাথে এই নিয়ে কি ছিল আর এখন কি হয়ে গেছে চিনে যায় না বিয়ে হয়ে যায় আমার সঙ্গে সারা প্রথম এত সুন্দর ছিল তোমার বিয়ের পরে কিছু মোটা মোটা হয়ে চিনে যায় না আমি সারা চিনতেই পারি না কি আছে দেখি মারছে আমার বাড়িতে ইচ্ছা আমি যাবো তাই তো বাপের জন্য আমি স্বাধীন দেশে বসে আমার মতো করো रोज जैसे गधे के गाना देखता अच्छा लगता है क्या 100 से नीचे लाइक आएंगे वीडियो पे 300 लाइक हो गए कौन सी वीडियो पे जो अभी लास्ट टाइम में 300 लाइक इस पे मेरी वीडियो में व्यूज पता है कितने 20,000 बात करें 4,000 व्यूज आगे देखते बहुत ছিল ব্রিটিশ এয়ারলাইন্স এর দাও ছিল হ্যাঁ একসাথে এই তো ভিডিও বাস আছে আগে মনে লাগে সমুদ্র 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 জয় अकाउंट में लाइक होने चाहिए यूट्यूब पहले देखने लगा अंदर से सीरियल बाहर आके ताकि अरे मोबाइल की एक काम ये दोबारा बनाओ ये दोबारा बनाओ से जैसे वीडियो बनानी है यार कैसे ना कौन सी
Okay, guys. Mm, um, our line, the lines. The reason we are dealing with the lines and the planes is the linear algebra is very powerful in dealing this geometry, the geometry questions. Later, we can get very complicated. We can get very complicated. That so we need to understand the line can be can be brought into our world. Um, well, we said we talked about the simple case. We talked about the simple case. The line is passing through the origin. The line is passing through the origin. Any line, any line passing through the origin, to be general case, any lines, there's a high school definition associated with that. There's a slope, there's an intercept, okay? But for today's, our new knowledge is we always can choose any vector. On these lines, we can choose any kind of vector. A vector on this line, okay? And this is called the direction vector, This vector, for any line, you can find a vector on this line. Can you? For example, if this is y equal to x, the drawing doesn't look like y equal to x. Let's say this is y equal to x. Okay? Can you find a vector? What? 1, 1. 1, 1. This is a vector on this line. Can you find another vector? 2, 2. You will -1, -1.
Minus.
Or -2, -2. -3, -3. We can find many. Okay? We can choose any of that to be direction vector. We can choose any of that. So this line could be written as t times 1, 1. Let's say this is a red one. The red one is a 1, 1. So t times 1, 1 means if you want it longer, then I make a t larger. Okay? If you want it the short, then I make a t smaller. If you want on this segment, I make a t negative. And if you want to far away, then this is a big negative number. This is a big negative number. If you want just a little over there, this is a small negative number. Okay. And or could be, let's say, 100, 100. 100, 100. So this is a t 100, 100. Then where is the 1? Then that is a big vector. Let's say, I'm sorry. Let's say it's this one. Let's say it's this one. This is 100, 100 vector. By scaling the t, by giving t different numbers, it's always on the bottom line. No matter what t it is, it's always on this line. Somewhere, maybe positive or maybe negative. Right? So this or this is corresponding to this. There are multiple fingers pointing to the same moon. The line is only one. This is one expression. This is also like many fingers pointing to the same moon, talking about the same thing. Okay. And regularly, we prefer smaller number, so we prefer this one. We prefer this one. We don't use this one because this is silly. This is silly. This just make this T, is silly. Like that. It's like the result after calculation result. You don't say it's a 50 over. Well, why don't you give me it's 1 over 2? You give me this. Actually, this and this are same. But why don't you give me cleaner? Why don't you make it cleaner? So these are different fingers pointing at them. Now, the line is not always passing the origin. How about a line like that? Let's say I shifted a line like that. How can, now this is more general. Now this is more general because it's not passing the origin for this line. For such a line, let's say is y equal to x. Should this should is a plus or should it be minus? Huh? Should it be plus or should it be minus? Right. The intercept is a positive. Okay, let's say here is a 5. Let's say here is a 5. So it's x plus 5. Okay, this is a high school definition of this line. Now, what's our today's definition of this line? So, is this one we sort of okay, but we don't prefer. Okay, I leave it on board. It's sort of okay. We don't prefer. We prefer cleaner for this. How about this? A line is many points. It's many points. Okay. So every point on this line, again for this old story, every point on this line could be t times something. Okay. Now how about here? Every point of this line can be expressed a point plus. This is a direction vector. This is called a direction vector. Okay? The direction is still in, all these have the same direction, okay? Even though these are flipped. Even though these and these are same direction, okay? This and this vector has this direction. this one are pushed up. The direction is the same. The direction is the same. So is a point, I should say a vector plus. So any vector. So is any vector. This is a point on the line. A point on the line. This plus this part will give us a point on that. To be easy, we always choose easy point. We always choose easy point. Here, we can choose anyone. We can choose any point. But we always prefer easy one. So for this one is 0, 5. 0, 5 plus t times 1, 1. This is the vector form for this line. This one is to understand why this is the vector form for this line is 0, 5 is this vector. Okay, is from here to here. 0, 5 plus t times 1, 1 vector plus t times 1, 1 vector. By giving different t, we can get every point on this line. We can get every point on this line. For this point, t is 0. Okay? For the here, any point on this line can be produced by this formula. Just for get a different t value. Just for different t value. This is the vector form for this line. This is the vector form for this line. And turn to page 36. Page 36, at the bottom. At the bottom. Definition, that box is P minus, for this specific is x is equal, I can copy down the formula, x, this is a vector equal to p plus p. You can try to understand what without this p part, t times direction vector is passing the origin Okay, you first set the direction correct. You first set the direction correct is the lower part. And for the one kind of this vector is pushed, kind of is pushed this line. Go, 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 go. Oh, okay. So the whole line is pushed. So at the end there's a point there, a vector there plus there. So this one plus this part is you have to understand here first. By different t, you produce a line crossing the origin. Crossing the origin. Then the secondly, this vector kind of push, go, 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 and push to there. Let's look at the example 1.28. Let's look at the example 1.28. Example 1.28. So it says find the vector and the parametric equations passing through this point and parallel to this vector. Parallel to this vector. 5 minus 1, 3. Okay? So, so how do we do it? So there's a line. There is a line in the direction 5 direction. The direction is 5 minus 1, 3. And is passing a point, a little bit confusing, okay? Oops. A little bit confusing. Sometimes we say a point, sometimes we say a vector. And the writing is different, like this example 1.28. So they say is parallel to, it's not mine, look at it, it's your book, okay? Parallel to this vector and passing the point. And the writing is 1, 2, minus 1. Pay attention, this is if you go very deep, this can be very complicated philosophical argument. Point and vector. What's the relation between a point and a vector? I have read a book that spent several pages to discuss the relation point and vector. Writing a point is this. Writing a vector is this. So what's the point? What's a vector? That you get for professional mathematicians. These can go very, very deep. Huge argument. Just a huge argument. And apparently we do not want to get into that mess. And so what do we do? So we more or less, if I say a point, then there's a point. If I say a vector, that's some direction. Point doesn't have a direction. Point doesn't have a direction. It's a point. It's a point. Or maybe it's a point in the 3 dimensions. That's just a point. Okay, no any direction. It's a point sitting there. Okay? A vector is always has a direction. It is a 1, 1. You say, Dr. Lee, is this the same thing as this one? This is 1, 1. The point 1, 1 means this point. Means this point. This is 1, 1. This is a vector. Means this vector. Means this vector. You see, are they the same? I do not know. I said this is a very big argument. Then very big argument. Then, so the bottom line, if I say they are just take it. This can be very for professional mathematician. There could be big trouble. Something is wrong. Big argument. Anyway, look at our board. A line parallel in this direction, but passing this point. So 1, 2 minus 1. We have to try to make it visual. Let's say this is a coordinates. This is a coordinates. This is a x. X equal to 1. So positive 1, okay? So 1. And let's say this is a y, okay? And this is z. And this is a 2, okay? So 1, 2. Right? And the z is negative 1. So I have to dig a hole. I go down, okay? So there's a point. There's a point downstairs. There's a point sitting there. How about the direction? Vector direction. 5 minus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? Minus 1. I have to go into the wall. Okay? And the 3 have to go up. Okay? Now the direction, you can think it is from there going to the wall, pointing up. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I'm going inside the wall because it's minus 1. Let me change it. Let me change it to be easier, okay? It's not a big deal. Make it 1, okay? And okay? I'm making it slightly different. So again, for the point is 1, okay? 1, 2. And for the z is now is a positive 1. I don't need to go downstairs. And just plug 1. So there's a point is here. X is 1. I'm confused. Yes. X is 1, okay? X is 1. Y is 2. 1, 2. Z is 1, okay? So the point is here, okay? And for the direction, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Okay? 3. Go up. So 3. Okay. So the direction, the vector the D is shooting from there over here. Okay?
Yes.
But the line needed to pass the point. I put a chair here. Okay? Let's say I put a chalk over there, okay?
Yeah.
So the direction is this direction, but is a path passing this point.
Sure.
Is passing this point. How can we get this line? How can we get this line? How can we get this line? You cannot say you already have a direction, then that's it. Can we say is a t times 5, 1, 3? Can we say this 5, 1, 3 is this vector, okay? From there to here, okay? Are you following?
Yeah.
5, 1, 3 direction vector D is from there to here. And if I scaling this vector, what I get is a line passing there. Has nothing to do with that point. Has nothing to do with that point. Is there. This line passing through the origin and passing through the point 5, 1, 3. Now you say, ooh, this is vector. Now you say it's a point. Whatever. Okay, listen to me. If I say it's a point, then it's a point. This point 5, 1, 3, or this vector. So it's a scaling. Okay, the whole thing. This whole thing is this line. Do you get it? Passing the 5, 1, 3 point, passing through the origin. You can by assign the t different values, you can get the line. Okay.
Okay.
Now we need to satisfy the second requirement. The direction, we got the direction is correct. The second requirement is this line has to pass this point. This direction has to pass this point. Has to pass this point. And to make the story short, is I plug in this direction, and there is 1, 2, 1 plus that. This is the whole story. You get a point. You get a point. Now, this is a point. Now this becomes a vector. This is a point. And look at your book. It's not my words. Okay? So, sometimes a point and a vector are same thing. For professional mathematicians, this is a big mess. It's wrong. Anyway, I kind of can live, okay? Originally we get the direction correct. Now on top of this, we add that vector. We add that vector. And that's this line passing this point in this direction. both requirements are satisfied. Both requirements are satisfied. Yes. So that's the book. Yeah. Okay. This is called the vector form. It's not. I changed the sign a little bit, but this is called the vector form. This is called the vector form. And so this is x, y, z. This is the vector form. This is a vector form. And you gradually you will appreciate it's cleaner than your high school stuff. For your high school stuff, for such a line will be mess. Here looks very good, very clean, beautiful. Wow. But for example, in 3 dimension or in 4 dimension, 5 dimension, this is completely too weak. This is a much strong vector form. And for the parametric form, it asks 2 things. Parameter form. So is for the parameter form is x equal 1 plus 5t. We introduced a new number. There's a t. Everybody is associated with a t. Y is 2 plus t. Z is 1 plus 3t. And this is called parameter form. What time now?
5 minutes left.